Hi, welcome to a video made by a blind person. Yeah, too blind to care what the visuals look like. If I can find the... I collected all these files and I put them in a folder, and if I still have that folder, if I can find it, I want to do this. I want to recreate this video. The video, it's up right now, actually. I made it almost a year ago, and it's up right now. But it sounds bad, really. I don't like the sound of it. It was the best I had at the time because I was not willing for so long, I guess, to learn this editing program. I don't know why. But now that I do know the editing program well enough to make better files than that, I think I'm going to recreate that video. I don't necessarily need to take the first one down, but I need to recreate it. I want to recreate it. He deserves. It was the only real tribute that I think I've ever done to someone. He's still alive, but that part of his career is, I don't want to say dead. It's no longer... He got a different job, and that means what he was doing, obviously, he couldn't do it anymore. It's a lot like me working at a pizza place and getting a better job and saying, I've really appreciated the fact that I've had this ability while I was trying to find a job to work for you guys, but I found a better job and I'm going to have to leave you guys. And when I found out about that, I was like, well, I'm going to miss you. And as a little kind of indirect goodbye present, I made a little tribute video to him. And with the technology that I had at the time and that I knew how to use at the time, I've had this editing program for God knows how long, but I've never known how to use it. I've had at least a demo version of it, but I've never known how to use it. Now I have the full version. I know how to use it. And I'm going to make this guy a better tribute. I'm not going to say when exactly. I'm not going to hold myself to a deadline, but he deserves a better tribute than what I could give him at the time. And now that I can give him better, I'm going to give him better at some point. Another thing that I've had for a long time and never really took advantage of until now is all these sound effects. You hear some sound effects, like the random few if I decide to throw them in there, but hardly ever do I put them in there. I think I've figured out how to do that too, and that's gonna, you know, my videos evolve as I evolve, and I eventually become a better YouTuber, and maybe one of these days it'll start paying off. It's all a process, and I think part of the problem that I've had until now is I just haven't been willing to wait, and I guess I just need to wait it out. I have a feeling this morning is going to be not all that productive. At least I got my delivery, but I got distracted with, let's just call it an editing project, and that got done. I mean, it wasn't completely unproductive. It's just, as far as phone calls, not much is going to get done this morning, I don't think, because I actually did get one made, or at least I thought I was going to have it made, but don't you hate it when you think you have the information you need and you go to look at it and where's the information I need? That's what I ran into, and the person on the other end of the line just couldn't wait anymore. It was taking longer than even I wanted, and I said, okay, I'll let you call me back, because the way I was calling you yesterday and I couldn't get you, I wanted to deal with this while I had a person, but this is taking too long. So she's going to call me back. In the meantime, though, it's already like half an hour before my window opens to go to Walgreens, and I've got to go to the apartment manager's office. I didn't write that on the to-do list, but that is an important, that's until we get this resolved, which this should be the last time we have to meet about this, but at least for the next foreseeable future. But yeah, I gotta go meet him at 12. That'll take like 5 minutes, not even that, and you know, that'll be fine. But when is she gonna call back? That's what I get for not having the information in front of me before I place the call. Okay, good news. I didn't remember my time right. I had more time than I thought I did. I have more time than I thought I did, which means she has more time to call me back before I have to be leaving and like trying to be in Walgreens. And okay, now you got a second. Well, let me try to get this again. Next time, have it in front of you before you go calling. The only thing I'm not sure about with this whole Aira at Walgreens thing is sometimes my equipment, I don't think it's just my equipment, I think it's just in general. For some reason, sometimes in buildings, the video is sketchy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I really, really want it to work, especially if it's an Aira access location, or more to the point, if it's just someplace where I need Aira assistance. I sort of need it to work. So I really hope it works. Now, it is possible to get Aira to connect to a Wi-Fi network, but when I'm out and about, I'm not really looking to do that. Now, if it becomes a problem, I may need to, but so far I haven't. This is the problem with having one main phone and so many phone calls to make and not knowing how to... Okay, if anyone, specifically if you use voiceover and you're blind, or you... If you can tell me anything other than, well, tap on that little picture right there that says, you know, whatever, that doesn't help me. But if you know how to be on the phone, get a call waiting beep, switch over to the other call, and then switch back to the first call, leave it in the comments below, would you please? I am able to, when I get a call waiting beep, hold and accept, and then I can't seem to find the go back to the first call button, and I end up hanging up on both of them. And knowing that just as easily can happen, I don't want to make these calls. The doctor's appointment just became more... at least the doctor's office just became more of a real... There are two entities that are really being difficult. One of them, I don't know what their problem is. I might actually have a word with them when I'm going over there. Or I might just say, forget it, I'll just keep the receipts from now on. The other one, I don't know what their problem is either, but with that, I think I have a little bit of a... Well, with that, I think it would be acceptable for me to be a little proactive and say, okay, why is it that we keep sending a request for information to you guys and you're not getting back to us? The apartment manager can't do what he needs to do to its completion without that information. And you're holding out and this other place is holding out. They're just being asses. I don't know what their problem is. They just won't do it. They claimed that they needed a signature from me on their form, and they sent a copy of their form to us, and I signed it, and he faxed it back in, and they still refused to send the information that we need. They're just being buttheads. But the manager said that in lieu of the form that I wish we could get them to fill out, they could accept receipts. Well, I thought I collected receipts, but if I haven't, then I can start again, and if I did, why doesn't he have them? I gave him everything I had, so I'll just start collecting again. But I think we're just going to have it in mind that they're not going to cooperate, which doesn't make sense. I mean, they allowed Ira to team up with them. They have a history of kind of being concerned for their customers. How come they're not as concerned about their customers when it comes to helping them save money? Like by acknowledging that this was a deductible expense that they made, and so here's the proof that you need so you can deduct that from the rent. I don't know. Ah, shoot. I have a feeling this afternoon I'm going to be making phone calls. Appointment with... Anyway, I'll call her office and say, hey, what's it going to take to... We've sent this request for information to you. What is it going to take to get you to send it back?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
See you then.
All right, thanks. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye. Look, I think it's safe to say that this is going to be a two-parted thing, because look at how much I've yammered, and look at how much time has elapsed, and I haven't even left for Walgreens yet. So I think we're gonna stop this now and go into Walgreens being the next part of this, or maybe calling the doctor's office will be the next part of this, depending on what happens first. So thank you for watching this part of the vlog. Stay tuned for the next part next week or tomorrow. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to upload the next part. If I start making multi-parted vlogs, I'm going to expand my uploading schedule so that, frankly, so that you're not watching November 19th on January 10th of next year. So thanks for watching part 1. Stay tuned for part 2.